Algebra OST Spring 2025 release test items number 6. It says the function f of x equals x squared plus 2x minus 24 is equivalent to the function f of x equals x plus a, x plus b. What are the values of a and b? So this form right here to the right with all the letters, this is called factored form, right? So if you recall how we factored back in topics 7, 8, and 9, and it used this big X, right, with this x squared plus 2x minus 24, go ahead and do it that way, right? If you don't, let's just use Desmos to see if we can figure this out, okay? So we need to figure out what these a and b values are. So let's graph this function in Desmos to start, okay? So I'll bring up my calculator. Okay, so f of x equals x squared plus 2x minus 24, all right? And when I take a look at this graph, and I'll zoom out, right? So I got the vertex down here, but then I have these two nice points here and here, right? So remember that when you have a quadratic, these x-intercepts, which are also zeros, also play into the factors, right? Now, right now, we have -6 and +4. So you might say, okay, well, let's let that a be -6. So it's like x plus -6, which is really x minus 6, and then x plus 4. Right, so you just take those two numbers and plug them in the parentheses. Well, let's double check to see that this does, or this is equivalent to the graph we first graphed. So I'll come over here, and in the second box, you can put f of x if you want to, right? So I'll do parentheses, x minus 6, parentheses x plus 4. And notice that they're a little bit off, right? So the blue graph is the one I just got. Notice that when I plug those in, right, the numbers here, -4 and +6, are actually opposite of what was here, right? It was -6, now it's +6, +4, -4. So I wonder if, and I'm going to hide this graph for a second, because the original graph had -6 and +4, we need to switch them. So maybe instead of doing this over here, and I'll cross these off, I'll change to blue. Maybe instead of doing x minus 6, maybe we should do x plus 6. And maybe instead of x plus 4, maybe it should be x minus 4. So let's see what that comes out to be, right? And that's as simple as going back into this and changing the -6 to a +6, the +4 to a -4, turning it back on, and boom, it lines up, right? Click it off, they're equivalent. So your a and b values are +6 and -4. Again, it doesn't matter which one goes first, 6 and then -4.